Hey folks, welcome back. And yeah, this is the day that we've been waiting for a very, very long time. And that
Now
seems
it's
like it's
finally
real.
here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
here. We are at concrete pour day. And yeah, this is about to get really, really real. Once we get the foundation poured, things will move quickly from there. So, all right, welcome to Build Time with Bob and Edith, and let's get busy.
Edith. That's
Oh, yeah,
Bob.
that's right, Bob, Edith. Bob,
Edith,
Edith,
Bob.
Bob, Edith. Get busy.
We got up really early this morning. It was dark outside. We were so excited. It was actually dark outside to get here to the site this morning, and we beat the concrete truck. And just from the very beginning, we heard the beep, beep, beep. Got so excited.
Yeah, that used to be my favorite thing, is like when you see that truck coming around the corner.
Oh yeah, I was like Christmas.
Yeah.
I was like, woohoo! We're about a third of the way through pouring the foundation this morning, and we're going to grab a quick interview with Caleb because we have a minute. We're waiting on that next concrete truck. So I've got some questions for you.
Yeah.
So what's the process for them? Like for today, like how do you know how many trucks are ordered? How do you know what, like, there's a bunch of guys here. It's almost like a ballet of how they make all this work. I mean,
so thankfully that they have concrete calculators out there. So we actually put in the square footage of your slab and the depth that we're pouring it, and it actually tells us how many cubic yards of concrete we need. So then we're able to get the right amount of trucks so the guys aren't sitting out here. We don't have cold joints, because you don't want your slab to dry and then you're trying to pour, because as soon as they're done and pouring, they usually wait 30 minutes to an hour, then they're going to get their big trial machine out and start finishing the concrete.
what are the challenges with this particular concrete pour? What kind of challenges they
Really, the only one that we really have is just how tight the lot is. We don't have a lot of room, which is why we have a pump truck. If we would have had more space, we would have been able to actually pour this without a pump truck. Being as tight of a space we have, that's really our biggest challenge, is just trying to get everybody in here and not back up the road. And so when it's this big, especially kind of technical, we have this drop down step right here, showers, the door that we have framed down. We want to make sure that they don't get behind and it's drying too fast on them. That way they have time to finish it. So the more guys they have, each guy has kind of their own little thing. One guy's putting the anchors in, the other guy is making sure the surface is smooth around the edges, checking grade.
Right.
So yeah, it's a very big process.
Okay.
So
It's kind of, like I said, they've got their one job. It almost like I was watching something like a ballet. They're just kind of one guy sitting in front of another one, moving, pulling, and it's all happening.
when they've been doing it this long, they have it down to a science. It's actually really cool to watch.
Well, I feel like it's the perfect temperature to be pouring concrete this morning.
This is absolutely
Ideal.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not too hot, the sun's out, it's not windy.
Yeah.
When it's really windy, it actually dries the surface of the
yeah.
concrete too fast, and the water gets trapped underneath.
Yeah, we don't want that.
So it is the ideal time to pour.
And I did notice in your foundation, I know we talked about this before, but there was a layer between the concrete and the actual gravel underneath.
Yes.
So tell us about that one more time.
Yeah, so the Visqueen, all that does is it keeps the moisture from coming up from the ground. Because like when we have really high humidity, you've probably seen it on driveways and porches. You actually see water, even though it hasn't rained. That is just the moisture content underneath the concrete.
Yeah.
So that helps prevent that coming up in your house, ruining your hardwoods.
Yeah. So today when I was looking at the plastic before they're putting the foundation down, I noticed that you could see some water beads like bubbling kind of underneath the plastic. And I felt it thinking it'd be a little moist. It was dry. It was like totally dry. And I was thinking, well, that really does kind of keep that moisture.
It does.
Because moisture is deathly for wood floors, you know.
It is. And it's crazy how many contractors will try to get away with not putting any plastic.
Yeah, I don't understand how that's a thing.
Especially out of city limits where you don't have inspections.
Exactly.
It's mind-boggling how.
Yeah. I noticed that they're putting in the frames for the showers.
Yes.
And tell me what they're doing right now. I know that there's a wood frame around the shower, and that's to recess it, but tell me how that works.
Yeah, so with your showers that we're doing here, we want to make sure that you have perfectly level floors with your floors. You don't have to step into your shower, It's handicap accessible.
Oh, it's awesome.
Everyone loves to have the, curbless showers right now. It's like
yeah.
the new thing.
Yeah.
So they're framing it up to make sure that the tile guy has enough room to get his slope that he needs for his shower panel.
Okay,
So,
that's great.
yeah.
And also I noticed at the door, like with our sliders,
Yes.
kind of we're doing the same concept there.
Correct. Yes. So we have a big slider right there. It's the same thing, making sure we have about an inch down, so that way that'll fit nice in there. You'll have a less transition, and any water that may get blown under the porch, it will hit that and bounce right back out.
And then at the front door, there's going to be a little different elevation in that as well?
Yes. So with your house, because you have a very small front porch that also has built-in columns, we needed to tie that all the way in with the house. We want to make sure that that's dropped down just enough so that water doesn't run into the house. So we've dropped it about 2 inches, which leaves room if you're going to tile it. That way we can get water away from the house.
Okay.
And that also is going to be slightly pitched just enough so when water actually hits on it, it will run off.
And they're also putting, I see these silver anchors on the outside edge of all the framing of the concrete slab.
So
right
we
now.
try to put those in. It embeds in the concrete so when the concrete dries. When they lay the bottom plates all the way around.
The bottom plate being the wood
Yes.
to the framing, yeah.
Yep. And then that'll get wrapped around, they'll nail it, and that way your framing is tied all the way down to your foundation.
Okay.
So
it's solid.
yes,
She's not going anywhere.
It's not gonna go anywhere.
Not going
and
anywhere.
then anywhere that is missed in the wrong spot or corners, we'll drill and put 4-inch lags in those spots.
How long does it take to dry?
So you will be able to walk on this in about 6 hours, actually.
Okay, cool. And then framing, let's talk about framing.
Yeah.
Is there a dry time between framing and pouring the
So
slab?
I like to do at least 24 hours. Some people like to do longer, but really 24 hours is the most you need. The only thing that we're ever worried about is like porches, areas that are finished. I know you're doing tile on yours, it's not. We want to make sure that lumber's not getting dragged across it because the concrete can be scratched very easily for the first 7 days. So concrete actually takes 28 days to fully dry out, to hit its max PSI. It's 28 days.
Okay.
But it is very strong after 24 hours.
Well, we're going to be putting wood floors and other surfaces on top of the concrete in the house.
Correct.
But in my office, we're going to be using the concrete as the actual floor.
Correct.
How do we treat that differently?
So that is going to get covered up with plastic or ram board, so that we'll make sure that subs aren't marking on it.
Putting
I'm
their
really
drinks
bad.
on it.
Yes, I'm really bad about using Sharpies. I like to mark things for people.
Yeah.
I always have to tell myself, don't mark on the concrete if it's finished. So we try to cover it up so that it just keeps people to think before they do
And how do they get it smooth or keep it from cracking? I don't want scored concrete. I don't want that. So is there just some secret to that?
So we use fiber that's actually in the concrete. It's a
awesome.
material that's added in there, like very fine little fibers. It actually technically replaces the fiber remesh that you see right here.
Yeah.
It will help with drying cracks is mainly what it's used for. So like when it's hot, the sun's beating down, you get like micro cracks. That helps with that.
Okay.
Now, there's two things with concrete. It will get hard and it will crack.
Yeah.
So we can never prevent all cracks, but we try to do the best we can.
Well, I believe without a doubt that some people don't take enough care with the foundation. They're just wanting to get it out of the ground. And I love that you've taken time to make sure that it's properly grounded, it's solid, and it's stout.
It
In
is.
fact, just watching the process, it's been interesting.
This is where,
Yeah.
you get this wrong, everything is, you're just behind the entire way through.
That's good.
And it's very hard to fix.
Yeah, awesome. Thank
So,
you.
yeah.
Foundation process is almost done, and concrete pour is almost finished. And as we wrapped it up, we wanted to make sure our hands were all over this, right?
Right, exactly.
So we stuck our handprints in there, as you can see. This is going to be a home filled with love and laughter and a lot of Jesus, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, we're just so glad that you joined us, and we're just so excited for this process.
And remember, we want you to help us build hope through build time by making a donation, and then we'll use those funds to help fund our local food pantry, Essentials Closet Ministry, and community meal. Over 30,000 families every year are served through those ministries.
It's an amazing ministry.
So just go down to the GoFundMe link, it's in the comments, and make a donation, and we will help build hope here in Northwest Arkansas. And as we like to close out every week, we want to make sure, like I said, the foundation is important, and your foundation at church is important. So we want to make sure that we invite you to go to church somewhere this Sunday. If you don't have a Bible teaching, Bible believing church in your area, we'll help you find one. Just leave a comment for us. If you're in the Northwest Arkansas area, we'd love to have you come to our church, First Baptist Rogers. We have multiple locations. Just go to our website, fbcrogers.org, and find out more. I'll have a link, of course, in the comments for you to check that out.
And I
Appreciate
guess that's
you.
a wrap for
I think
Build
that's it.
Time with Bob and Edith.
Bob and Edith.
That's right.
We'll see you next week, folks. Thanks for coming along with the journey. We hope you're learning something along the way.
Yeah.
Again, go to the comments. Let us know what you want to see. Questions you have.
Or
We'll
what
try
you
to get
don't
them
wanna
answered.
see.
Or what you don't want to see.
Yeah.
You'd probably say more of us. But yeah, anyway, because you always want to build on the solid foundation. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to say. Not the solid, but the solid foundation.
Oh, I thought that was an outtake.
It could be. We could just keep going. No, I don't mind. Keep going.
Okay, outtake or not, we're just
That's
keep
it.
going.
All right, here we go.
Okay, that was good.
Was it good? Maybe.